So welcome back to No Man's Sky, and here we're just going to go and have a look at some of the starfighters and starships that I used to explore the galaxy in. Right now we're just in my capital ship. So let's go down to the hangar bay, and we can check out what some of these ships are like. So first we'll start off with the Monarch Butterfly, which is my primary ship. I tend to use it for everything really. It's armed to the teeth, but it's also particularly good at maneuvering and for space travel, etc. So it's kind of the ship. You can see up here the stats are pretty damn good. So let's go and see what it's like. We'll just fly right through that fin. And here we are. So yeah, as you can see, it looks pretty damn good. Looks somewhere between a Naboo starfighter and maybe Dooku's sailcraft from the Attack of the Clones, so very Star Warsy, but yeah, pretty good. Like I say, good complement of weapons. Never really have too much trouble with it, which is why it's my preferred vehicle of choice, to be honest. Okay, let's jump into this one. This is the Century Squid, which I think looked really cool, but to be honest, it's actually pretty dull. So it's also an S, but as you can see, it's also just not as much fun to fly around in. It just doesn't look really quite as cool either. So yeah. Don't have any other weapons other than that at present because, well, I just haven't bothered. It's a ship that I thought looked good. Not really something that I'm going to cruise around in, more just something to stick in a hangar and maybe share in videos like this with you fine people. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's cruise on all over me over here. So, I've got this piece of junk. I need to just fix it so I can scrap it. This is the Rusty Pigeon, which is still just an A-class. I've not upgraded it any further than that, but it is the original ship that I used to kind of get around and to store stuff. Its storage capacity is pretty good, but nowhere near as good as what I've got now. But it's also a very sort of clunky sort of ship. It's just, yeah, we've got the cool rainbow stream on the back, but it's just, you can see it's slower. Weapons-wise, it's pretty good, or was. At the moment, I think I've only got this and rockets, but yeah, it was alright. I'll probably salvage some of it to use elsewhere, but I tend to use this for haulage. This is more for sticking things in and kind of cruising around them. But because it's my oldest, it's sort of now the default that the game switches to anytime I try and scrap something. So this one here is just somebody else's ship. It's not mine. I could offer to buy it. I'm not going to. And then I've got this guy here, which is the Frustrated Swallow, which does look pretty cool. I mean, it's alright. Nothing really all that to write home about, if I'm honest with you. It's more just the fact that when I first saw one of these ships, I was like, ooh, shiny. Oopsie. Yeah, I kind of rely on the auto docking procedure just to get me in and out. And then, yeah, over here is another sort of fighter that, to be honest, I only bought just so I can scrap it and take the bits off of it, because that's kind of what I want to do, make my own ship. I'll cover that in another video. And that's about it, really. I mean, let's just see what else we've got. There's the clipped wasp, which is that wee guy over there, which is kind of like the ship we just flew in, except for it doesn't have any sails. It's dinky. And I think that's about it. Oh yeah, I've got this guy. So, this is the ArmoredAlbatross. It's an S-class Sentinel ship. And it's pretty cool as well, I'll have to say. I do like the look of it. I kind of wish you could change colours. I found some other ships that were really cool, but they weren't an S-class, so I changed them around a little bit. The great thing about these ships is that they can kind of stop and like kind of turn on a dime and even reverse. It makes them very, very kind of manoeuvrable in some ways, but they're not as manoeuvrable as, say, my my default Monarch Butterfly. But a good ship nonetheless. And I always loved that animation. To be honest, the best thing about the animation is when you're in first person in the ship, and you see the actual kind of cockpit come down. That looks really lovely. Something maybe to look at if you pick one of those ships up. And that's it, really. I don't think there's anything else worth really looking at in terms of vehicles. Okay, so let's just do that then. Let's just go into this. Switch to the first person mode. There you go. So, this is why this ship looks really great in first person. I don't really fly in first person, but this ship is cool in first person, if nothing else. Yeah, come on, that's badass. Gotta love that. Just love the way that cockpit looks. In comparison, might as well show you what the other ships look like in their cockpit modes. And I did like that. I always liked the fact that this has got, like, you know, monitors up there and stuff. That's pretty cool. And there she is, my baby, the Monarch. Yeah. Definitely my favourite. For a whole range of different reasons, but primarily just because of manoeuvrability, let's be honest about it. And, as I say, there's nothing that's really going to be able to take her on. I mean, that view's a bit rubbish because you've got the kind of sails in the way, but it's alright. But, ooh.
Technology recharge.
But yeah, that's how we look at the ships that I currently have in No Man's Sky as of April 2024. I'm currently building a new ship with the orbital update, and we'll show you how I got on with that. Anyway, catch you later.